think I figured things out. I can actually hear the sound of the game. It is slightly loud. I think it's good. I think it's good. Let me know if anything is weird. Let's give this a shot. Actually, I'm going to turn the volumes down a single notch. Okay, and text options, text speed study, text size human, lion, mammoth, bug. Oh, that's cool. Cat, human. We're gonna do lion. See how that is. Okay, the highway. An interstate highway, 65, running from Alabama to just side of Chicago. Ought to be quitting time in this part of Kentucky. The daylight just won't shake. The sun just won't go away. My dog. An old hound and a straw hat. Both have seen better days. Never understood, like, dogs wearing hats. Here's my truck, which is still running. A moving truck rumbles softly to itself. Painted on its side are the words Lysettes, Antiques, Furniture, Glassware, Curiosities. There's the attendant. Joseph sits between gas pumps in a Queen Anne armchair. His hair is gray and his glasses darkened. I love the sounds of the highway and the crickets. Yeah. Joseph. Damn, did you hear that wreck? Truck full of bottles. I don't know, beer bottles, whiskey, lost a tire or something, and spilled booze and glass all over the interstate. What a mess. I hope they don't come down here looking for anything. We blew a damn fuse and it's all shut off. Did I hear a dog? What's your dog's name? Conway. His name is Homer. Her name is Blue. Just some dog. I don't know his name. Well, everything assumes male. Wow. Should be. I don't know their name. Jeez. Blue. Blue is a good hound dog name. Blue sounds like a sweet old hound. I used to know a dog like that. Hey, here's some jerky for Blue. I made it myself. Didn't turn out too well, but I bet a dog will eat it. Getting late, right? I can feel the sun on my neck. I bet it's just a few feet off the horizon. I've been driving all evening looking for 5 Dogwood Drive. I've got a delivery to make on Dogwood, but I'd rather watch the sunset. Yeah, I would rather watch the sunset. Yeah, it's the truth. You gotta stop and breathe in that road. But while you're out driving, you let your eyes wander up the tree line and you just, well, I bet you're more of a poet than old Joseph. Do you like poetry? Oh, I just like to listen to the TV. I used to do a lot of poetry on the computer, but I don't have the ear for it lately. The ear for poetry. Okay. Yeah, I guess you gotta. Listen, you and Blue would have been driving up and down 65 all night. Dogwood Drive is on the other side of, well, to get there, you've got to take the 0. The 0 is a tough route to find, but you can use my computer to look up directions. They have to head down into the basement and reset the circuit breaker first. I'll be happy to have those whining lights back up anyway. It's too damn quiet out here. Basement door is back there in the office. Appreciate your help, friend. Oh, and here, take this lamp. It gets dark. Got a lamp. Oh, lamp on. Oh, well, lamp on, lamp off. Lamp on, lamp off. Lamp on. I think the volume's still just a touch. Multiplayer? What? Multiplayer? Multiplayer. Play until you encounter something, an image, a sound, a choice of words, a notable absence that reminds you of someone else in the room. Pass control of the game to that person. You don't have to explain yourself, and so on. That is the best multiplayer instructions. Oh my gosh. A notable absence that reminds you of someone else in the room. Wow, now I want to play this multiplayer. Okay, always ask them twice for dialogue. Just head back into the office and you can't miss the stairs. The breaker box will be somewhere on the right side of the room down there. Why can't you fix the lights yourself? I'm not a jerk. Alright, I'll do it now. Many thanks. Head into the office of Equus Oils. To the basement. Is there anything? Oh, no, nope. Or can I? Can I actually roam out here? Just look at that sunset. Okay. Let's do our job. Stairs. Sign. A dusty, rusty sign is bolted onto the wall. These are the rules. 1. No open flames near the gasoline. No consumption of beer or spirits on the premises. In case of sudden darkness, do not panic. Relax. Count backwards from 5. Strictly limit time spent in the basement to fewer than 3 minutes of every hour. Love these rules. Basement people. My favorite kind of people. Emily, Ben, and Bob sit. I love how I just know their names. In folding chairs behind a worn card table. Papers, oddly shaped dice. What are. And highway maps cover the tabletop. Okay. Haha! How are you guys seeing? How does that. Okay. Conway clears his throat. Have you all seen a breaker box down here? Oh, sorry. Didn't know there was anyone down here. Emily, to Bob. Did you hear something? To Emily. Nope. Sorry, I was looking at the rules again. Ben, to Bob. It gets easier as you go. Look, you said you rolled a 5, right? It means you get to pick up your marker and move it anywhere on the map. What? To Ben. So it's your turn now, right? To Bob. Oh yeah, I guess so. Where'd you put that 20-sided die? I don't see it. Did you drop it? It should be easy enough to find. It glows in the dark. Okay. Conway clears his throat, but gets no response from the people at the table. I just need to get by you for a minute. To Emily. I think it rolled down to the left there, but I don't see it. Well, I'm not going to go looking for it. It's too dark down there. One of you go down and get it, and I'll just study the rules here. Okay, well, these are clearly ghosts, I think. Maybe? D&D playing ghosts? Okay, you go over here. You go down here. And then I see the dice! Because it's glow in the dark. I'm going to grab... Conway picks up the glowing 20-sided die and inspects it. Number 5 is facing up. It's just a small piece of plastic, but it has a reassuring, almost comforting weight. This is the most important thing in the game, I'm going to say. He places the object in his jacket pocket. Lights on. Okay. And they're gone. Folding chairs are arranged around a worn card table. The chairs are empty and the surface of the table is bare. Do I place the 20-sided die on the table? Or do I keep the 20-sided die in my pocket and walk away? You never know in a game like this when a 20-sided die is going to be useful. So we're going to do that. The breaker. Anything? Nope. Well, that was easy. Also slightly terrifying. This goes deep into the ground. Oh, I guess it's the pumps. Yeah, this is where the oil goes and all that stuff. It's a gas station. Oh, I can't read the sign anymore. Can I go deep into the oil pipes? No, I cannot. Okay. Let's go upstairs. I love there's no climbing up all the stairs animation. At least he's still here. There it is. Just listen to those lights whine. Yep. Yeah, I gotta bring this up. In the basement? No, I don't think so. Maybe that lamplight was playing tricks on you, huh? Well, strange things happen underground, especially in the dark. Foreshadowing. So, computers in the office. You're looking for Marquez. She knows her way around those roads. She'll get you to the 0. The password is, damn. I usually just feel it out. Muscle memory, you know? It's kind of long, kind of like a short poem, I think. One of those short poems that really sums it up. You'll figure it out. Computer. Conway taps a key, waking the computer from its reverie. Computer reverie, the finest style of reverie. User. Typing Conway. Typing Joseph. No, I'm me. User Conway is not real. Holy shit. Damn, I love this game. User Conway is not real. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. Okay. User Joseph. Password. Typing wheels slide loose. Stars drop away. I talk and listen to him talking. Nobody saw the accident. The moon throbs. Nobody saw the accident. Typing. You just breathe road. The lights whine. It will only get later. Password accepted. How's it going in there? Figuring it all out? Sure you are. Conway typing. Messages. Typing address book. Typing games? Yeah, games. Games is not real. Oh, man. Messages. I'm a snoop. I'm a Snoopy Snoop. Message 1 is from Donald at hotmec.mail. Message 2 is from accounts at consolidated.mail. Always go in order. From Donald at hotmec.mail. Fragments dim of... Subject. Fragments dim of lovely forms. Message, Joseph. I know it's been a while, and I know you're still sore. But there's a whole world in here, and we need your help to unmask it. Yes, the caves are cold and damp, and we are old and lame. Never mind, I can't remember why I even started writing this. I miss those days in the lab, with you and our dear Lula. Maybe you found your own Xanadu. Well, so have I. End of message. Wow. Cryptic. Message 1. Yep. Message 2. Boop, 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 boop. Gonna read. Message 2. From accounts at consolidated.mail. Subject, account standing. Urgent. Dear Equus Oils, this is an urgent automated message that your account is overdue by more than 14 days. In response, we have switched you to our low reliably dirty Power Plus plan. Consider making a payment immediately to obviate the need for us to switch you to Sustained Brownout Select. Sincerely, your friends at the Consolidated Power Co. Thanks, Consolidated Power Co. Okay, I think I'm gonna text. I'm gonna sudden, drowsy, sudden. Remember, and I'm gonna continue to turn it slightly down. There we go. Doot. Exit messages. Address book. The Zero. Dogwood Drive. Marquez. I'm gonna try every option. Address the Zero is not real. Love it. Absolutely love it. Address book. Dogwood Drive. Address Dogwood Drive is not real. Marquez residence, 100 Macondo Lane. Head northeast on 65, and then turn left as soon as you see that ugly tree that's always on fire. Look for the barn at the base of the mountain there. Can't miss it. Okay. Got it? Out there in Macondo somewhere, right? Yeah, that's it. Hey, look, while you're down there, I loaded that old TV of mine into your truck. I borrowed that thing from Weaver Marquez a number of years ago, and now that power is all wheeled over, I can't pick up anything but static and public access anyway. She was always more of a reader, but maybe she'd want it back at home. It's a nice TV! What can I say? Thanks for just, loading that. Oh, I need to give Blue the jerky. I'm sorry, Blue. Conway scratches behind Blue's right ear. How's it going, Blue? How about a treat? Here's some jerky. He's a bit odd, isn't he? Oh, I got an achievement. He's a bit odd, isn't he? He reminds me a bit of your old man, Ira. He was a good man, a good boss. What do you think of this place? It's odd. I never noticed it driving by. Okay, see you, Joseph. Sun's gone down. Oh, it has! Oh, man, I didn't even notice. You and Blue better get on that road if you're going to make your delivery. To the truck. I am wasting gas on. Diesel engine rumbles. Can we get back in the truck? Okay. Turn left as soon as you see that ugly tree that's always on fire. Okay, I'm gonna follow the rules of the road. Oh shit. Okay. Mammoth Cave Road. Oh, no. Interstate 65. Burning tree. Tall black oak burns on a hill above the road. Well, bam. Easy peasy, pumpkin squeezy. Act 1, Scene 2. Marquez farmhouse. Stop leaving your truck running. So I guess we just head up the pack here. The farmhouse is up the hill a bit. Maybe I can borrow you a treat up there. All about the treats. All about the treats. All about the treats for Blue. A street lamp lights the base of a dusty path leading up the hill. Okay. Coming with me, Blue? Nope, you're headed to the truck. Oh. A family graveyard is set off to the side of the house. Headstones are inscribed with the surnames of the unfortunate. Nowaskowski, Padilla, Marquez. Where's my lamp when you need it? It's a dark house. Okay. Up into the house. Oh yeah, I can't hold the lamp because I have the TV? Okay. Oh. Did I just break into this house? I was just thinking what a lovely house we have. Do you like it? Have you been here before? Did you happen to see an owl? I didn't see any owl. I know. I saw it in the window once. Big ugly thing. All sound and fury. Well, it's gone now. There used to be another house here, but we had it destroyed, and we built this one. It's very expensive, and we got quite underwater. What do you do for work? Is it too difficult, or do you like it very much? I was once a mathematician. Are you looking for something in particular here? I drive deliveries for a small antique shop. I believe it's hard times for a small antique shop. It's hard times everywhere. I've been out here on our little farm. My parents stopped paying the bank a while back. I shouldn't even be here, but I just stayed. Some notebooks. I'm only a little bored. I might prefer to watch TV occasionally. Actually, I have a TV here that I think belongs to you. Will you please set it up? Then I can explain to you how to get where you're going. 0. I know. Okay, this is Spooky Spooks. Stove. A disused wood-burning stove is set up in one ash-dusted corner of the room. It's too cold. It's cold to the touch. Okay. That's not how it's supposed to look. You've made a mistake setting up. Is it a foreign object to you? Which of your parents was it who wouldn't allow you to watch television? Ma thought she heard ghosts in the static. You know about that. She was ill, wasn't she? Mentally, I mean. Kinda distant, fearful. No, things just had to be a certain way. You have it all backwards. I'm not surprised. Are you? Have you been paying attention? I don't think you have. It's time to start paying attention now, Conway. Look closely at the television. That's not the television. That's horses. Okay. Hey, wake up. You spaced out for a moment there. What do you keep out in that barn? Used to be tools and feed, then books. Now I think it's mostly spiders. That TV is picking up the wrong signal. My cousin Shannon would know more about it. She fixes TVs for a living. Well, she used to. I think the new models are giving her some trouble. Your cousin? That's my father's brother's daughter, Shannon. We're about the same age. Well, we used to be. She's older now. She has a workshop up Northways by the lake, right where Peonia and Wax Road meet. It's a big bait and tackle shop, and she fixes TVs in the back. Do you like fishing? Honestly, I'm not convinced you should bother with the 0. I'd much rather you find my cousin and fix my TV, but I'll get you headed the right way. So it's pretty easy. Get back on 65 heading north, then take the first right after the artificial limb factory. From there, your arrival at the 0 is basically inevitable. Nice to know you, Conway. Keep your eyes open, especially in the dark. And Marquez is gone. Okay. Fabulous. Fabulous. Oh, I love this game. No, sink. Banded spiderweb stretches across the bottom of a saucepan. A skillet is seasoned with dust. Okay. I don't even turn the light off. Oh, the turn. Okay. Okay. There's a band. Oh, yeah. I guess it still says Hollow Knight. I do not know how to change that. Sorry. We're playing Kentucky Route Zero. There's a band. And I have a dog. And it's very spooky. There's some horses out there behind the house. I just met the strangest lady. Uh, she kind of creeped me out, Blue. Just had a weird. It's not her fault. I guess some folks are like that. Trust in Jesus. Heads back into the night. Aw. Okay, field notes. Shannon's workshop. Up north a ways by the lake, right where Peonia and Wax meet. Up north a ways by the lake. So I'm supposed to take a right by the artificial creek along the side of the highway and turns towards a dirty brick building. A grinding drone from within the building is faintly audible from the interstate. Floodlights on the lawn illuminate smokestacks. At the edge of the building's parking lot, a large sign, partially obscured by trees, reads, Amer T-Fishel Limb Factory. Okay. Well, I still want to go to Shannon's place. No, we can't go that way. Up north a ways by the lake, right where Peonia and Wax. Riceville. I think that's a lake. Wheeler Mill Road. Grayson Springs Road. Wax Road. There's. Oh, come on. Pulls into the bait shop parking lot. Vaulted above the road on thin steel bar, a handwritten sign reads, Live bait, minnows small, and also large for stripers, night crawlers, chips and beer. A green flyer hangs loosely from a bit of masking tape at eye level. To the shop's right, a dirt parking lot sprawls unevenly into the grass and eventually trees. Bait shot is open. Read the flyer. Computer printed type in a bold font surrounds a clip art illustration of a TV set. The TV has eyes, arms, and legs. Its shoulders are slouched. On the screen is a cartoon expression of exhausted nausea. A hot water bottle rests against its wire antenna. TV repair, no model too old, inquire within. We do not sell digital converter boxes. Aw, man, I wanted a digital converter box. Narrow aisles crowded with lures, reels, rods, and snacks divide the shop lengthways from the entrance to the cashier's counter. The left wall is lined with churning tanks of water. Look into the tanks. Ooh, wow, that's loud. The water is too agitated to get a clear view of what's inside each one. The contents of the first tank is vaguely gray. The second is a muddy pink. The third is clear, but shiny silver flecks occasionally flash along its surface. Reach into the first tank. Oh god. Always go for muddy pink. Always go for muddy pink. Conway reaches into the second tank. Conway's fingers slip through something fleshy but inert. The sensation is nauseating. Okay, remove hand from the tank. Reach into the third tank. The water seems to tremble with life. Conway can't tell if his hand is being nibbled by fish or massaged by the artificial current. As his eyes near the surface of the water, he can see something colorful glowing faintly at the bottom of the tank. Conway reaches deeper into the tank. A tremor spreads from his elbow onto his fingertips and up to the base of his shoulder. His vision flickers. The water is running warm under his skin now, and he has the sensation that something is about to snap. His eyes close. He lays on a rooftop, new shingles rough beneath his back, swelling in the noon sun. He is exhausted. They must have started before dawn. His legs are sore from holding stable on the uneven surface, his wrists from breaking old sealant, his fingers from carefully lifting shingles to hammer down new ones. His boss, Ira, yells from the idling truck below. He shades his eyes with his hand. Beer would be good. It's barely past noon, but he's worked a full day already. What could the harm be? Maybe a shot at the counter, just to get his eyes open. Then a beer. He had offered to drive into town for lunch. Stop at that place in Cumberland. The cashier pushes Conway roughly on the shoulder. He's been talking, yelling maybe, but it's all an echo now. Conway looks up, his neck stiff with pain, his right palm still tingling. The cashier points to the tank, then above it to a few holes torn in the wall, nail holes from which an electric sign has come dislodged and fallen into the water. He helps Conway to his feet, looks at him pitifully, and returns to the cash register. Okay. Wow. That was weird. Labels, water's too agitated, blah, blah, blah. First tank. Contact with a scaly uneven surface. As he runs his fingers along the bottom, a bead of sweat bridges the inches of his temple to the water's surface. Something bites at his forearm. He recoils. As elbows pass into the pinkish mass, he realizes he's about to be sick from the smell and pulls away. Okay. Interesting. Approach the counter. Conway approaches the counter. A wiry cashier stands behind the register, preoccupied with a Sudoku puzzle. Ask about Shannon Marquez's workshop. Handwritten sign on the door behind the counter reads, TV repairs by appointment. Please consult with cashier. Cashier knocks a few times on the door and waits, occasionally gasping at his puzzle. After a few minutes, no answer, he notices a smaller note written on the sign, reads it, then points it out to Conway. Weaver, I got your message. Have left for the old mine. Don't know if I will see you there or what. Ready either way. Okay. Ask about the basketball game. Cashier switches on the radio. An AM sports broadcast is playing. Conway can't be sure if it's meant to answer or to drown out his question. Loving this basketball game. Drive away. Okay. As much as I'd love to spend all this time going along the backwoods, guitar player, a young man in gray stained clothes sits by the side of the road. He is playing a worn guitar. To his left is a blue mug, to his right a weathered dog. Pet the dog. The dog closes his eyes and pretends to be asleep. The young man strums absently on the guitar, hums tunelessly, and occasionally mumbles a word. Always put a dollar in the cup. The young man stops playing, pulls the wet dollar bill out of his whiskey, and hands it back to Conway. Okay. No, okay. So turn right when you see the abandoned limb factory and on ramp. Okay. Act 1, Scene 3. Elkhorn Valley. What's up, Blue? Conway brushes some dirt off Blue's hat. How's it going, Blue? Hey, you got something on your hat. And digging in Lisette's flowers again? The way Ara used to yell at you, you think he was losing his mind. Okay. Wish I had my lamp. Well, okay, that was quick. Elkhorn Mine. Okay. Shannon speaks into the large brick cell phone held up to her ear. It's $200 for 2 weeks. Inaudible. That's true. But can I trust him to not just change the locks? Yeah, and I appreciate that, but okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I love you. No work tomorrow. Oh my god. I am now Shannon. Stranger. Excuse me, ma'am. I saw the light was on and I'm looking for the on-ramp to... Do you believe in ghosts? Well, let's see. I do believe a place can be haunted, if that's what you mean. What about a person? Can a person be haunted? Sure, I guess a person could. Sometimes I feel haunted myself. What haunts you? Bad decisions, I guess. Wasted youth. Well, look. Here's what it is. I drive deliveries for a shop called Lisette's Antiques, and I'm out trying to finish this job. What kind of stuff are you hauling? Antiques, good stuff. Lisette has a sharp eye for the little good it's done her lately, you know? Just one recession after another. Everyone's selling their old stuff cheap, but nobody's really buying. Yeah. I have a delivery for 5 Dogwood Drive, and I can't remember ever seeing that address before. Now I hear I need to take a highway called the Zero. So I met this young lady named Weaver Marquez. She sent me this way, so here I am. Uncommon kind of place for an on-ramp. That's what it's been like so far anyway with... What? Weaver Marquez, do you know her? So you saw her tonight? I know Weaver. She's my cousin. I'm Shannon Marquez. Oh, you're the one who fixes televisions. That's right. Did she tell you that too? Of course she did. Weaver doesn't lie. One time when we were younger, she told me my dad had been in a terrible car wreck. There was crushed metal everywhere. We'd be hearing it echo through the house for years, she said. I was very upset, crying. Then my dad walked in the door, just come back from a trip to the junkyard collecting scrap metal to fashion into wind chimes. I was angry, but she said it wasn't a joke, and it wasn't a lie. At the same time, I thought she meant it as a riddle or a puzzle. Weaver's not a puzzle, she's a mystery. Now I'm Conway. So what are you doing down here, Shin? I talked to Weaver earlier this evening, too. Or anyway, she talked to me. It's hard to tell if she's listening sometimes. Yep. Weaver told me I had to come down here to the old Elkhorn mine. She said I'd find something I'd been looking for. What are you looking for? I'm not exactly sure. I have a few ideas. I'll know it when I see it. It's not such a bad thing you showing up now. All told, I'd rather not go down there alone. Your dog should stay up here, though. It's no place for a dog. It's an old mine. It runs pretty deep and tangled. If we're going to go down into it, find your on-ramp and whatever else, we've got to keep our bearings. I don't want to get turned around. Got some gear here to measure conductivity, frequency response, stuff like that. Maybe we can find a way to put a signal out ahead, do some analysis, and figure out what kind of topology we're up against. Topology, okay. Topology, that's the science of continuous space, my friend. The way this twisty maze of passages fits together. Oh, nope, stay here, Blue. That runs into the mine's PA system. Do you think it still works? The whole light on the front of it is off. Oh, there's no power. Yeah, okay. Even when this old mine was up and running, it was tricky to keep stuff powered. You know, the miners used to have to pay just to run the fans and the lights. Yeah, they got paid in these shitty plastic tokens. Coal script, you know? If you want to run the fans for a bit to clear the air out, where you have to put a token in. Shit. My parents used to work here. So did Weaver's parents. I guess a lot of folks' parents worked here. Can we power it up? I bet we have to free up some power for the PA system. Everything is rationed. Here, set up that lamp of yours and I'll go unplug these ceiling lights. Conway tries to think of something clever to say. Hear the speakers back here crackle a bit. It's on right now. Try saying something into the mouthpiece. Well, okay, I hear you. You measure the echo delay time and figure out how deep the tunnels run. Just make some noise into the mouthpiece. Rubs a finger across the surface of the mouthpiece. Hums a deep tone. Whistles. Damn, that's a long delay. These tunnels run deep. I bet some of them have ruptured or joined up with a cave system. Jeez. Alright, I set up my spectrum analyzer, so just say something into the mouthpiece and we can get a sense for how narrow the mine tunnels are. Don't be shy. Just say anything that comes into your head. Tell me a story about something. Or what did you have for breakfast today? Here's a story. I used to work doing roof repair. My boss got a real big job out in Louisville. Should have taken us an hour to get there. Then a thunderstorm hit and it was too late anyhow. Got it. Looks like the tunnels are pretty cramped. Yeah, low ceilings. Hope you're ready to stoop a bit. You're probably used to it. One more test. We just need to know if the air is breathable or if it's too thin or too dense. Just sit real close to the mouthpiece and breathe. I'll measure the resonance of your breath with the air in the tunnels. Just try to relax. Try to breathe naturally. Breathes and thinks about the road. Conway breathes and remembers a moment when he was younger. Getting some pretty strong readings here. I think we're in good shape. Just keep at it for a minute yet. Conway breathes and visualizes a cold drink. Conway breathes and relaxes as a peal of feedback and loose rock engulfs him. What? What the shit? Did I die? Act 1, C5. Elkhorn Mine. Jesus, are you alright? What the hell? My leg is stuck. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna pull you out. We have to get you out of here. There you go. Okay, are you hurt? Can you put any weight on that leg? It's fine. Just try to stand up. Careful. I'm right here. Damn, don't worry, I've got you. That leg is in bad shape. Here, let's get you onto the tram. There you go. Now let's see if this thing has power. Well, okay. There's some luck, right? We should be able to ride this tram right out of one of the auxiliary exits, if there are any. I think there are. What about Weaver? What about the on-ramp? We'll just find the exit and then figure out what to do from there. That's our first priority. So the controls are over on your side. Let's get moving. Oh. Oh, man. You could say I certainly give a tram. Haha. too far. Turntable. Here we are. This may be hard to believe. It's hard for me to believe myself, but this whole branch was underwater last I heard. And that happened. Some careless miner, some unattended machine bored into an underground lake. Water came in pretty fast, and a lot of folks got trapped in the tunnels. I only heard parts of how it went from there. Sanitized for the bereaved. You know how these big companies are. There was gossip, too. The trapped miners couldn't get the pumps going because the power was rationed, so they shut all the lights off. But even then, it wasn't enough. So I guess it was dark when they lost some people down here, didn't you? We all lost people down here. Well, not all of us, but most of us. Doesn't matter now. Look, this old turntable is still wired up. Controls are dead, but I can use my signal generator to switch tracks. The water hasn't damaged it too much. Or we can just keep heading down this tunnel. All this junk hanging up around the turntiles from the company store. Just junk, you know. The miners would buy it and use it to decorate the place. Or as landmarks, I guess? Hard to know which way it is which down here. It's also dim and gray. Shannon connects two clips. Clip leads from her signal generator to the turntable's electrical panel. We're on the track between the animal bones and the rowboat, so always go for the bat feeder and the scarecrow. Oh my god, the graphics. Broken track. Tracks are all messed up here. The tram isn't going any further. Wonder what's down that tunnel. Nope. Oh, one sec.
Sorry, we're going on a walk.
Okay. We're on the track between the bat feeder and the scarecrow, so pendulum and the caskets. Come on, baby. What's a pendulum? Okay, this seems to be the route. I think. Dusty reel-to-reel tape player is stashed beneath the track, loaded with tape but starved for power. Oh, okay. Can't interact with that. Oh! What was that? Look, there's a tape player down there, one of those old reel-to-reel setups. This mine was active. A couple of folk music archivists spent time here recording miner songs. Really academic, ivory tower types. None of the miners really talked to them much. So they stayed at the margins observing, took notes. Sometimes they'd get someone on a lunch break to sing into their microphone. Then I guess the power company got some kind of interest in the project and gave the archivists some cold script tokens to pay the miners with for their songs. Did your parents sing? Oh, yeah, they sang. They sang in the mine for cool script tokens. Welcome to the stream, everybody. This is weird minor songs from a tape in the dark. This is all of the stream. We'll be going for another 3 hours. I hope you enjoy. Okay. None of that. Okay. Oh, that's the end of the line. Blark sauce. Rewind. I think we're gonna rewind all the way back. Oh. Damn. It's almost totally intact. I thought it would have been destroyed. This place. It's a recording studio, basically, kind of thrown together, but this is where the archivists would record. I guess then they'd sequester themselves down by that tape deck we found to listen to the recorded songs. What do you think the archivists were after? Data, I guess? Comparing intonation, subject matter, diction, all those little details that no one really thinks about when they listen to music. Yeah. Academics are great at that stuff. Let's get out of here. Wow. Okay. Vroom. Animal bones in the rowboat. Guess we were supposed to go ahead the whole time. From. Well, there's the exit. Thank God, okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that tunnel where the tracks were broken, I'd like to take a look down there. Conway, do whatever you need, I'll wait for you here. If you wait for me here, I'll just take another look around. Sure, okay, I'll be right here. Okay. Whew, this is weird. Helmets. Okay. The cramped shack is lined with wooden shelves. Dusty sacks of tape reel and notebooks crowd the room, but a bit of moonlight filters through a window near the ceiling. A small desk in the middle of the room lay 3 notebooks. The red one is labeled J. Marquez, the green one is labeled R. Marquez, and the blue one is unlabeled. Always go for the unlabeled one. The notebook is full of Greek letters and cryptic mathematic formulas. Near the back of the book, what first looks like it might be an esoteric German shorthand is actually a love poem written in anagrams. Okay. Pages are covered in disorganized notes, some written horizontally and others scribbled vertically into margins. A few pages are lined more evenly and divided up into charts correlating seasons, lyrics, harmonies, and coal halls. Opens a green notebook. On each page is a delicately rendered charcoal drawing. Most of the portraits are rugged faces. Near the middle of the book, there are a few drawings of a young girl in a miner's helmet. She plays along the minecart tracks, collecting pieces of... Oh yeah, this place. These notebooks are labeled Marquez. Your parents are the archivists? No, Weaver's parents are the archivists. My parents were miners. Okay. How's the leg? I can walk on it, but it's slow. I'll try not to get too far ahead of you. You don't mind hitching... Don't mind my hitching a ride, do you? I kind of got a lift out here and wasn't sure if when I'd be heading back. I can drive. Yeah, maybe that's best. Don't worry, I've been driving since I was 9. I still need to find the 0. Well, it's like I told you, Weaver doesn't lie. If she set you here to find your on-ramp, this is where you should be looking. Or maybe you just weren't listening closely enough, and that's not exactly what she said. Saw Weaver at my workshop. That's up north by Lake Nolan, right at Wax and Bionia, in the back of a bait shop. Pretty glamorous lakes, right? These are the times we live in. She's either up there or back at the farmhouse. Whichever you want to head to first, let me know. Oh, I look so sad on my bad leg. Or Conway does. Who am I? I do not know who I am. Conway does not exist. So that's antiques, I guess, is your truck. Surprised? It's kind of old. No, I'm not surprised. I guess it's an antique too. I think it suits you. Blue, blue, blue. How's it going, Blue? Blue, this is Shannon. Nice to meet you, Blue. Got some... Oh, yes. Yes, I've got some dried banana slices in my bag. Would you like one? Take care of your friend here. And there's more where that came from. Bright blue with banana slices. Conway has places to go. Okay. Oh, yeah. Cub 1 woad. Here's Wax and Peonia. Conway and Shannon pull into the bait shop parking lot. Yep. Enter the side door to Shannon's workshop. Walls are lined with cheap metal shelves, loaded precariously with vacuum tubes, awkwardly shaped metal casings, and coffee cans full of electronic components. Shannon leads Conway to the back of the room where a few TV sets in various states of disassembly are set up on a rough wooden table. She flips the switch on the power strip. They're all plugged into, and the TV sets tremble to life. Watch the TV sets. A ghostly white wobble flickers along one screen in a rhythmic pattern. The other one is just snow. The third, a small security monitor in the middle of the table, is oscillating between different shades of black. Ask Shannon about Weaver. Shannon points to a small security monitor on the table. The image on the screen is just black, but it seems to be fading slowly, almost imperceptibly, between different shades of black. Shannon tweaks a few knobs on the side of the monitor, but the picture doesn't change. Stare at the security monitor. The screen is a cavernous black. It hums and swells at the pace of the tide, Conway loses track of the workshop's walls. They could be inches away or miles. He is adrift on black water, traveling swiftly toward a rocky shore. There should be a lighthouse or a buoy by these rocks. It's too dangerous. Shannon switches out the power switch. Weaver's not here. Union Light Dog Creek Road. Interesting. Good old Nolan Dam Road. Another road. Brownsville Road. Mammoth Cave Road. Oh, a museum. Sign in front of the building just reads museum. The lights are off, but the front door is open. Always enter the museum. Conway steps through the museum's doors. A few feet inside the museum doors, the ambient sound of the highway drops sharply away. The room is cold, dark, and still. A book lies open on a table in the center of the room. An open hall extends to the left. Large glass doors bar the path ahead. Look at the book. There's no title on the book's spine or cover. A 3-word phrase written in pencil on the first page is smudged and indecipherable. The first page, someone has drawn an ink drawing of a horse. Several dozen blank pages later, at the end of the book, is an elaborate ink drawing of a one-legged man working at an antique adding machine surrounded by whiskey bottles. Walk to the hallway. Conway's steps echo against the hallway's marble floor and arched ceilings. Plexiglass boxes line the halls. The hallway dead ends on a darkened display case. Look at the boxes on the walls. The first box, just a few feet into the hall, contains an assortment of bird wings. Some are missing feathers. One large, brightly colored wing almost glows in the moonlight. Its feathers are intact, but a piece of bone pokes awkwardly out from the tip. Look at the darkened display case. The display case is several yards wide, but just a few feet off the ground. It's unlit, and back in this corner of the dark museum, very little moonlight creeps in. A gold-plated plaque on the surface of the case is a bit easier to read. It recounts a short history of fowl hunting in the region, and then speculates abruptly about the nature of addiction. Okay. Walk through the glass doors. Glass doors won't budge. To apply any more force would likely break them. No, I don't want to force through the doors. They will forever remain a mystery. Oh. Act 1, Scene 6? Man, I'm bad with Roman numerals. Marquez Farmhouse. Man, I'm a much slower walk now. Back up to the farmhouse. Oh, we're just... There's nobody buried here, you know? It's decorative, I guess. Or it's art or something. I don't know. What are the names of the headstone? Brodsky, Padilla? I don't know those names. Maybe the people lived here before. And when they bought this property, already had a house and everything. Or maybe they have some other symbolic meaning. Look at the headstone, Marquez. I used to think that was for my parents. Now I don't know. Yeah. Same thing. Nicer for her to help support Conway. This is where she was. Yeah, makes sense. This is where Weaver and her parents lived. She got a bunch of loans, you know. Had this place built. Do you have any debts? I owe some people some apologies. Well, you're lucky that's all you know. My parents were like that. So the company store found a way to get to them. For my dad, it was tokens to run the fans and air purifiers. For my mom, it was canaries. Two solutions to the same problem, but they sure sounded different. Weaver had debt too. A lot of it. All tuition. She said she was a mathematician or something. Yeah, she studied some esoteric stuff about something about using math to translate between Spanish and English. Huh. I think she eventually Weaver put those math skills to work on all the red numbers in the family chat book. Got a clear sense of just how hopeless their situation was. So she left. I guess she just drove away in the middle of the night. They woke up in the morning, the car was gone. Never came back. Till tonight. Someone else told me to come here and talk to her. Huh, okay. I guess we too aren't the only ones she's been talking to. That's not something you see every day. That old TV right there. Well, that is a damned antique for you. I had a model like that in the shop once, but I had to sell it off to make rent. Most painful decision I ever made. Say, do you mind if I open it up? Looks like the dials are all corroded and the screen is leaking light a bit. Come on, I bet Lysette would never forgive you for letting a specimen like that fall into disrepair. TV tuning. TVs are windows into the soul? Question mark, question mark? Oh yeah, these tubes are all messed up. Looks like they've been in a swamp or a cave or something. There's moss growing on this one. That's okay, I have a few spares in my bag here. Here, I just pulled this one out of an old computer monitor. Just needs to be recalibrated a bit. Okay, that auto should be seeing something now. Are you seeing anything? A little bit to the left? Damn, okay. Here, I think the contacts are dirty. Now, don't go telling my customers I clean off old vacuum tubes with spit. There, just got to turn it north-south and... Oh, jeez. Okay. Kentucky Route 0. Ominous drone intensifies. I think I might make that my new Scream name. Ominous drone intensifies. Okay. End of Act 1. I think I'm going to play a little longer, especially since I started late. Got an achievement. Limits and demonstrations. Oh, no. Interesting. Launching. Limits and demonstrations. Alt-X, limits and demonstrations. A Lula Chamberlain retrospect. Where did I hear Lula before? Marking the first major public showcase of her work in over 20 years, this retrospective exhibition of work by pioneering installation artist Lula Chamberlain comprises a diagonal slice through time, place, and form. The pieces on display here were individually debuted over a period of 35 years, designed in Chamberlain's various homes and studios between her beloved Mexico City and her native Elizabethtown. They represent a scale and impact from the intimate warmth of vertex texture fetch to the infamous visage, the latter of which requires a vertical clearance of over 30 feet. Yet these works share a confounding legacy. In each of their debut exhibitions, they were nearly impossible to install. Galleries and museums balked at the scale, power requirements, and the highly skilled labor involved in maintaining these works for display. Some of their debuts collapsed under the weight of logistics, only to be successfully executed much later. So, just as they describe the outer limits of Chamberlain's range as an installation artist, the geographical edges and vertices of her iterate home life and the beginning and end of her distinguished career, the works on display here also trace the extremes of our capabilities and the frontiers of our patience as both viewers and exhibitors. Are we capable of viewing these works as they are meant to be viewed? Do we even want to be? Basement Puzzle. Artist, Sunset, and Horse. Can you read the cover of those books? Oh, it's Emily, Ben, and the other guy whose name starts with a B. Yeah, it's kind of hard to. I wish we could get a little closer. I don't think they're real books. Damn it, Bob. No, they're real. Look, that one says. No, you're right. It's just scratched up cardboard. Maybe it's a puzzle, but there's no right answer. That is kind of sad. Overdubbed Nam June Paik installation in the style of Edward Packer. 1965, 1973, 1980. Magnetic tape, handheld tape playback head, speaker system, voice of the artist, computer synthesized speech. I read about this one. It's interactive. Emily, how does it work? It's a bunch of old tape, and you run this tape playback head along it and just listen to the recordings, I guess? Let's try it out. I think you start in the middle. As Bob drags the playback head along the tape, a woman's voice issues unsteadily from the speakers. We start in the middle. Donald and Joseph are in the hallway. I'm in an office. The walls are lined with filing cabinets. A few drawers hang open. The door is ajar. A massive computer looms in the corner. There are some punched cards on the floor. Synthetic voice recording spliced awkwardly into the tape lists out options and monotones. To examine cards, rotate 30 degrees and advance 7 inches. To leave room, rotate 17 degrees and advance 4 inches. To activate computer, rotate 200 degrees and advance 15 inches. Let's examine the cards. Bob moves the playback head to another strip of cake. Encoded in the holes punched through these cards is the first draft of the Poetic subsystem. I can't read punch cards by sight. Donald's can, I think. Anyway, this version was pretty underwhelming. To leave room. Okay. Activate computer. So loud. I love it. I'm now holding 2 punched cards. On one of them, Joseph has scribbled a note. Caves. The other is blank. To insert caves cards, rotate 11 degrees and advance 2 inches. To insert blank card, rotate 95 degrees and advance 4 inches. Caves, always caves. We're on a dirt trail in the park, or well, it's not really a trail. Distant. It's a trail! It's more like a tendency. There tend to be fewer plants here on the path we've been walking. Walking sounds. Now we're walking at the edge of a massive hole. The dirt gives way to mossy rock as the ground sinks into darkness. Joseph and Donald are following a rope down into the cave. They have computer equipment tied to their backs. So do I. That's the only choice. Yeah, that's the end of this one. 65 degrees, 4 inches. That's the last trip. So everything's down here now. The final resting place. Don't be so morbid. To remember a fond gesture, rotate 180 degrees and advance 23 inches. To regret a harsh word, I would rather remember a fond gesture. It's morning now. I'm in the car, driving to work. This is the last recording I'll make on this tape. Then I'll drop it in the mail tomorrow, and then who knows. I've been recording on this tape for 15 years, I think. A lot of other things happened. So, here's the story. When I met Donald and Joseph, they were both students, and I was in a band performing on campus. They came to my show, and then we met at some bar and had a few drinks together. Joseph wanted to impress me, so he stole a metal cocktail tumbler and gave it to me. Got kicked out, wandered drunkenly until morning, and finally ended up at a diner. And I now use the tumbler to store extra pens on my desk. So I'm almost out of tape. I guess I'll just let it run out while I drive. No instructions? No, that's the end of this tape strip. I don't even think we ever reached this long one at the top here. Is it cheating to see up over there? I won't tell Skull. Bob moves the playback head to another piece of strip. Distant. Think of our work, our research. Distant. You'll die in these damn cold caves. And what about those men? You know they'll come back. We'll go deep with it, that's all. They'll never find us. You hear their voices? They're not. They'll find you, but not me. I'm going back to the surface. Stop! Your stupid fight is ringing through the whole damn cave. Joseph is right. We can't stay here. I'm leaving too. But I'm not going back to the surface. I'm taking my station wagon and heading down the zero. Joseph, distant. You'll be lost forever! But we need your voice for the machine, Lula. It only recognizes your voice. I'll send you this take when I'm done recording. Put it in the mail. Then you can see what your damn machine does with it. Oh. Rustling paper and indistinct voices. And what the heck is that? What the heck is that? Visage. 1984 Unknown Media. What kind of machines are those? Looks like, yeah, teletype terminals and an old PDP tape cabinet, I think. Or something from that period. My uncle used those to slice a visage to build a visage, a puzzle to its owner. What? It's a poem I read. I think it was written by a computer. I think it's lovely. Looks like a human face, almost. TV static and distant electronic bell. Okay. I'm worried about this TV. I'm going to go to that TV later. Spinning coil, suspended, correcting for angular motion, 1976. Found materials. To Ben. Didn't you have one of these? Oh yeah, I did have an old microfilm reader like this. Got it at a garage sale. Couldn't figure out what to do with it. That's my whole shed. Just a bunch of weird obsolete electronics I thought I might use. Someday. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'll just sell them for scrap when the price of lead and plastic goes up. Guess everything gets broken down eventually. The dreaded TV. Vertex texture fetch. Tree, television, and suspended cathode ray tube. 1968 fan materials. Picture on the TV. What is that? It's a lighthouse? Huh. No, it's a weather vane or a windmill or something. Is it a lighthouse? Demonstrations. Yeah, I guess I'm ready to go. Yeah, I need to get to work anyway. Yeah, I think I'll play it for another like 30 minutes or so. Office workers talk indistinctly. Letter. Attention, Lula Chamberlain. RE your application. Thank you for your application to the Gaston Trust for Imagined Architecture's annual fellowship. We received a record number of applications this year, over 100 in total, and regrettably we can only award only one fellowship position per year. As you know, our review process includes a multi-phase blind committee analysis of portfolio submissions, as well as a careful review by a panel of subject matter experts on each applicant's notability and relevance in the field. We must be extremely selective in our process so as to maintain the standards we have established over our 35 years in operation. Our panel did not select your application. We encourage you to consider reapplying next year. Many young artists and architects reapply for a few successive years before being accepted. Sincerely, Dr. Carl Stone Norden, Architect, Gaston Trust for Imagined Architecture. Below the printed text is a hastily handwritten note. Sorry for the condescending form, lover. Love your work. Fortunately, I just do the mail here. Your Savant Robert. Folds the letter up and puts it in her handbag. Folder and death level proposals. Lula sorts through documents all printed on a fading letterhand reading Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. Proposal 1, site, hospital. Proposed use, auto dealership. Proposal 2, site, distillery. Proposed use, graveyard. Proposal 3, site, basketball court. Proposed use, kennel. Let's go proposal 3. Proposal 3, basketball court abandoned due to hazardous increase in stray dog population, already full of dogs. Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Proposed use. Hospital closed due to repeated sanitation violations. Auto dealership sanitation requirements comparatively lax. Small operating rooms could be repurposed into offices. Large cubicle-style administrative offices could be repurposed into showrooms. Sanitation. Do I endorse? Do I oppose? I'm opposing it. Fix the hospital, help the healthcare system before you smash it up just because it had some sanitation violations. You got to fix the sanitation violations. Rick clears his throat. Busy? How are you, Rick? I shouldn't complain, so. Did you get my notes? About the office party. I'm going stag. Oh yeah, I didn't mean, hey, probably not going anyway. Lots to do, you know. A lot of new drafts, so. So how did your application go? I was in the mailroom and saw you got a letter back. Sorry, I didn't mean to pry, I just saw. It's fine, Rick. I'm not going anywhere. How's your goldfish? Act 2, Scene 1. Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. End of the line. Seems that way. Maybe it's still under construction. Well, work seems to have stopped for the moment. Hey, Blue. How are you? Get a good rest in the truck. This leg is getting kind of stiff now, Blue. Maybe I just need to walk it out. Yeah, walk's good for a lot of things. Didn't we just pass this place? Maybe someone here can point us in the right direction. Yeah, it looks like they're still open. Must be the night shift. What do you think they do here? Looks like an office building. Looks like a cathedral. What do you think? When I got my electrician's license, I had to go to this government building in Frankfurt. Kind of low to the ground, a bit older. Didn't really look like this place. I guess, but they all have that same feel. Bureaucracy in the air, too much concrete. It's weird, but do you think we're inside or outside right now? Both. Okay, very poetic. Well, maybe someone around here has a better sense of direction. Fishing pole. Nope, it's alright. Underground. River flowing. Oh. Hello, receptionist. Marianne, well, here you are. Better late than never. I guess just unload the whiskey over there by the elevator. I'll figure something out. Want to settle a bet? I'm actually pretty busy, but sure, what's up? Can you both be in? Can you be both inside and outside at the same time? Wow. Okay. Is that like a philosophy thing, or are you just lost? We're just lost. We're lost. So you're not the. Sorry, honest mistake. We're supposed to have a little celebration here at the office, but the whiskey never showed up. Saw your truck and thought, but you don't really look like one of the boys from the distillery anyway. What are you celebrating? Oh, the less I understand, the better. When I'm here, I keep the fans turning and the furnace hot and listen for the bell. When I get home, I'm a different person. I don't have to think about it. I just paint. Well, so you're clear you're new to this territory. I expect you just mean to be passing through. Looking for Dogwood Drive. Do you know where that is? Dogwood. Nope. You need to talk to someone upstairs about that. One of the map clerks. But first, you've got to get you in the system. So you'll need an appointment with one of the ingestion clerks. Now let's see. Rick is booked proofreading drafts all afternoon and Wanda's out on a site. Let me make some calls and see if we have anyone free. There are some books over there in the waiting area. Or just take a look around. Have you seen our grotesques? The television is playing what looks like a nature documentary. A hermit crab scuttles across a beach. Its shell is an awkward shape. It must have once belonged to a different crab. Television is playing a cartoon about a bird. The cartoon bird collects pieces for its nest: a scarf, a plastic shopping bag, a bit of a young girl's hair. The nest is warm but precariously fragile. Oh, good. I thought you'd left. People can be so impatient. You never know. Well, I have your meeting with Lula Chamberlain. She's a senior clerk and doesn't usually handle the ingestion process, but she's the only one with room on her plate this evening. My schedule says she's on the 5th floor reviewing some diagrams. The elevator is just back to the left there. Oh, geez. 5th floor. These books are piled on the table. A service manual for a sewage pump, some architectural plans for a bungalow, and a slum collection of Japanese death haiku. An envelope is protruding from the bottom of the stack. Always pick up the envelope. The envelope reveals Bureau of Secret Tourism and contains several small handwritten brochures with ritualistic directions to bizarre locations. Interesting. Cheerful, tinny elevator music. She's on the 5th floor, right? Third floor, bears. Can't not go to bears. But I see Lula on the 1st floor. That's weird. Okay. Oh. I didn't do that on the bears area. I'm not sure. Okay. I'm actually kind of tired. So I think I'm going to leave here for now in this weird office building so I can fully explore its contents. Thank you for watching, either live or later on, and we will be continuing next Friday with more Kentucky Route Zero. Have a good time, everyone. All the best.